So Barstool, they're Boston-based, right?
Yes.
They tweeted yesterday, and you never know with them because everything's shticky, but they tweeted yesterday, and they would know that David Ortiz is hands down the most beloved Boston athlete. Now, I guess they're not including Tom Brady. Maybe they are. But I'm thinking, you're saying he's more beloved than Larry Bird. Then I'm thinking, I don't know. I don't know what other icons. I wish Jason was here because he was a Red Sox fan.
Yastrzemski.
They're saying he's hands down the most beloved Boston star. Is that true?
I think it's because
that's kind of surprising to me.
The way the fans just eat up his persona.
Well, no, you think about it. So he got them over the hump with the curse, right? He was the one who got on mic after the Boston bombing and said, "This is our effing city."
Right.
So I can see why.
I guess. But they have such an iconic history of so many incredible Bob nobody's
Ted
going to say Bob
Williams.
Cousy today.
They have so many
there's so many incredible athletes.
These guys, old codgers.
He's the most beloved. They might be right. I guess they're right. I
think you'd have to compare him to Tom Brady. Is he more beloved than Tom Brady? Maybe.
I think he is.
I would say so.
Tom Brady's seen as kind of a douche.
I think he's more a man of the people than Tom
That's
Brady.
what I think it is. It's the man of the people.
Yeah. Like he'll hang out at a bar.
All right, here's the question. Who's our most beloved? I have the answer.
It's Ovi.
It's Ovi.
It's not even close.
And look, the Redskins are bigger than the Caps. I'm sorry, they are. But there's no Redskin that's more beloved.
Or on the same
time,
level as an athlete.
All time? I don't know if it's still Ovi.
Ovi trounces Riggins.
I don't know.
Riggins' personality is kind of iffy. He trounces Darryl Green. He just does.
Sonny?
He seems more personable.
Sonny's kind of beloved.
He is beloved.
Oh, yeah, here's what Ovi did.
There's a generation gap.
He took the cup to the people.
I understand.
That's what he did.
Sonny didn't really win here. Right? He's an icon.
Plus, again, he's old. You're kind of striking the old guys from the record.
He's still alive, unlike Ted Williams.
Sonny is still with us. This is correct.
800-636-1067 if you want to chime in. Who is DC's most beloved athlete?
I don't think there's any question.
You think it's a no-brainer?
I think it's a no-brainer. And it's a credit to him because I'm sorry, I love the Caps. They're not bigger than the Redskins. They're just not.
Not
they're
even
better.
close.
They're way better, but they're not bigger.
Correct. Yeah. Kind of kicking around. Who's the most beloved athlete in D.C.? And it seems obvious, and maybe it's recency effect, delivered a Stanley Cup. We all probably go with Ovi, although I think Sonny's got a chance. The cake says too old.
I mean, how many people?
You're right. The younger generation don't know Sonny Jurgensen.
Actually, who's seen Sonny Jurgensen play? Have you seen him play outside of a grainy highlight?
Oh, look. You know, my daughter had a room. It's changed as she got older, but when she was younger, loved the Redskins so much, I painted it burgundy and gold.
And who'd you put up on the wall?
Huge Brian Arakpo fat
Come
head.
on, man. Am I still on Kelsey's wall? Come
6
on,
feet
man.
tall. It was
I'm retired
humongous.
now. Come on, man. Get me off this wall. Come on, JP. Come on, son. Come get
on,
some
man.
TV. And retire from the Titans and get me off the Kelsey's wall.
But she doesn't know who Sonny Jurgensen is.
Of course she doesn't.
Look,
She probably doesn't know who
You put him in there. Put him in there like you put Wes Unseld, like you put Elvin Hayes.
Deep down, I would say Riggins, but you're right. It's a little
His personalities.
He's also I got no connection with John Riggins.
But if you tried, like if Andy was in here, if Andy Poland was in here, and he has a little more wisdom and
big on the history.
It's an old school Andy.
Yeah, he's a little older than us. I think he's about 10 years older than us, so he's just better at this kind of thing. He would insist, I'm sure, that Riggins and Sonny and Wes Unseld
Joe
and Elvin Hayes.
Theismann. Look at all the poor, so many people that were so into Joe Theismann, Haskins, the number. Joe Theismann still, like the guys that delivered championships. But this is Ovi is the guy who delivered the most recent championship.
Correct.
After a 40-year drought.
Right.
And the way that they party.
All right, here's one.
His personality is beloved.
Joe Gibbs.
He's up there.
Gibbs is up there.
He's pretty loved by the DC area.
He's now he tainted a little bit with the Dubs 2 playoffs in 4 years and not really doing anything. But
that's a banner performance.
He's
over
about
the last
as
20
close
years.
to, and I hate to say this, being raised as a pastor's son. He's basically a godlike figure around here. Joe Gibbs.
The guy who was on that track, and it was just a brief moment, was RG3.
Oh, he had it for a moment.
I mean,
no one eclipsed that
he
stuff for a
had
minute.
the
That's the
town-
greatest shooting star in history.
2012, you loved it.
He had the town in the palm of his hand.
Yeah,
he
he
did.
did.
2012 was ridiculous until the end. All right. So here's the thing. I think it's actually two. There's two subcategories to it because there's I'm going to argue with anybody that currently Ovi's number one. I don't think anybody could beat him
Currently,
currently.
he's the one.
I mean,
seed.
you can't really find a
argue.
well, if you just go through the teams, is there a Nationals player? Scherzer, Zim. They don't
I like
compare
Scherzer,
to Ovi.
but he didn't bring a championship.
No, and then is there a Wizards like John Wall? Like a couple years ago, when John Wall jumps on the table, he might have been number one.
No championships.
No championships, but
we
he
won.
came away the Eastern Conference Finals.
Whatever.
Okay, but he owned the town there for that brief moment when he jumps on top of the table, hit the game-winning shot. Was that Game 6?
Right.
Whatever it was.
Whoopie-doo.
Can I give you
now
another
he's
one?
torn his Achilles.
Okay,
he's
I think the
done.
current, you can't even argue it, is Ovi. Now, if you want to go all time, that's when you get the old farts. And then, people are going to give them some names. I don't want to take the names away. But I'll throw this one in, and it's just personally for me. It's a top threer, and you can't take it away because it's my list.
Tom Gugliotta?
Gary Williams.
Gary's
Gary
a good
Williams
one.
brought a national championship to Maryland.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, to this day, when I sit and I talk to Gary and he starts telling stories, I start to tear up.
I mean, his name is on the court in the building.
I start to cry.
He's a pretty important guy.
All right, let's go to Paul in Woodbridge. Paul, what's up? You're on with the Junks.
Hey, what's up, Junkies?
What's up, Paul?
Yeah, most beloved athlete. When I was 13, Cal Ripken Jr.
Right.
Remember when he broke that record? I mean, he was the king of two cities.
No, we don't remember. We don't remember when he broke the record. I mean, come
Yes,
on.
of course. And he is a great choice. It's just now you get to that weird spot where he's played for Baltimore.
Yeah.
To me, he is a local guy because I grew up with him. He was one of my 3 posters in the room. Eddie Murray was my number 1, though. I'm not going to lie.
Sure, that was your guy.
But Cal was right there.
He was too surly. I mean, Cal will trounce him for the majority of people.
Of course, personality-wise, Eddie
But
was
that's
just
a part of it.
Eddie was such a clutch player.
Oh, I could.
The game-winning RBIs.
We used to mimic his lefty and righty. We did all that.
I don't know if you can claim him.
I know. I don't. I love him. I don't need to claim him. It's fine. I do love him. He's a guy who I just fall in love with when he comes to the studio.
He's awesome.
He couldn't be nice.
Dreamy blue eyes,
He's freaking dreamy.
man handshake.
manly.
I've said it many times. I'm 200 on a scale of 1 to 10 hetero. You get weak in the knees when he comes in here. You get weak in the
He's
knees.
dreamy.
Him and
He's an
Batista.
American icon.
Batista, too.
And Trevor Rosenthal.
Trevor Rosenthal.
The list is long.
It's getting a little longer.
And
Let's keep that to
eclectic.
adult. Let's keep that to adult roar. All right, let's go to Mo in Largo. Mo, what's up, man?
Good morning, fellas. Thanks for taking my call.
Yep.
Yeah.
I understand the suggestion of Ovi because he definitely is the most prolific, but I think most beloved. If we're gonna go all time, initially I was gonna say Sean Taylor, but he's not living, so it's kind of difficult. But we kind of got to put Doug Williams into that category too, because he's polarizing on both sides. And when I say that, I don't want to put a divide into the conversation, but in this town, there are blacks, there are whites, as we all know, and I don't think Ovi is as big on the African American side of things. I know he was when we were winning, but now that we're not winning anymore, it's not as in your face as it was. So as far as being polarizing on both sides, I mean, Doug Williams will always be loved by both sides. Bringing a championship with the Redskins, being here, a black quarterback first to do it, kind of hard to top.
But do you think he's more beloved than Joe Theismann?
Might be.
Because Doug Williams, it was great, but it was, what was he with the team? 3-4 years?
It's a little fleeting.
Yeah, I understand that. But I'm really chalking this up to the polarization of both sides ethically. You know what I'm saying? As far as when we're judging how many people are in this conversation of interest towards these individuals. Yeah. So that's my explanation. Thanks, fellas.
All right, thank you, pal. Appreciate it. Let's go to Roger in Manassas. Roger, what's up?
Man, you guys lost your minds. How are you going to leave Santana Moss out of the conversation?
I don't think he's in the conversation.
I like Santana
and
Moss.
I love him. He couldn't be any nicer.
Super nice guy. But
he's a cowboy killer. No matter what he does from now on, he will always be known as a cowboy killer.
2 regular season games? I mean, come on. Give me a break.
Santana is
come on.
loved, but it's just not on the level of these greats because he's not a Hall of Famer. That's really what it probably comes down to as to why he's not
First of all, you got to be great.
I would say somebody like Dexter Manley. For whatever reason,
he's beloved.
Dexter's more beloved than Santana Moss. He just is.
You're correct.
He'll never be booked on this radio show ever again, but he is beloved.
And Santana is a great guy.
Yeah.
awesome guy.
I do a
and
show with
loved
him. I do Redskins Talk on NBC Sports Washington with him.
But he ain't. He's not the top.